Hello and welcome to week 5 of Pregnancy Yoga Flow. Today's theme is in connection to the traditional Chinese element of metal. Metal is connected to the father archetype, so the masculine, and it's about our inner values, what's important to us, our purpose, and it's also about connecting to what's precious and how precious that we are, so the preciousness within us. When this element is in balance, we know what we want, we're structured, we move forward with purpose, and we're not attached to material things or the past. We're dedicated, we have strong boundaries, we have clarity. And when it's imbalanced, we may tend to hoard items, so we might accumulate lots of clutter in our houses. We might also accumulate certificates and degrees because we don't feel worthy as we are. We don't feel that we are enough. We can become very rigid, and it's very common to see someone who is a perfectionist who will be imbalanced in this element. And it can also show up as anxiety and depression, living in the past and walking someone else's path, or doing things that we feel is expected or are expected of us, rather than walk our true path and feel into our own true nature and our purpose. So the season connected to this element is autumn. And the emotion is sadness and grief. And what today's practice will be about is allowing whatever is held to rise. So all the ways in that we hold on and we can't let go and we grip. If we could let go, if we could set it down and allow ourselves to feel the sadness, feel the grief, imagine the space that would open up, and the choices and the freedom, and kind of like clearing the way for our path to make itself known. Especially as women, we carry babies in our womb space. But if we've moved through some pain or some suffering and we haven't had the capacity or the time and space to feel it and to process it, to feel that emotion in your heart, we can sometimes suppress and push this down into the womb space. So today's invitation is to let go and let in. So whatever it is that's here that we need to let go of, can we let it rise, allow ourselves to feel it and bring it to completion, and then let in whatever is meant to be next on our path, on our destiny. I want to see, is there anything else I wanted to let you know about? Can we feel it and let it go? Okay, so I'm going to play the sound bowl now. I invite you to get comfortable. You can cross your legs, either sitting on the mat, sitting on a block, sitting on a bolster, a chair, whatever feels good for you. And I invite you to close your eyes now, connecting to your breath, connecting to your baby. Yourself to ground down into the earth, coming into deep listening to your body, your baby. Who am I? What is my purpose? What do I truly value? And what am I ready to release? What is in the way of true surrender? In birth, the ultimate surrender is to open and let go in order to meet our baby. What do I need to let go of to let this in? This light, this love. Feeling your exhale lengthen. And imagine a divine white light coming down from the heavens and shining on the top of your head. Allow that white light to radiate through your entire being. Connecting you to Source, connecting you to the divine, connecting you to your own inner wisdom, your own inner knowing. Coming back to your breath, back to the stillness. And let that white guiding light stay with you through the practice. This element is connected to the large intestines and the lungs. And both of these organs take what they need and release what's no longer needed. Recreating space over and over in your body. I'm taking a final breath here, and then I invite you to open your eyes. And we're going to move into an acupressure point now that is on the lung meridian, which is connected to this element. We're going to cross our arms over, and I want you to feel the inner part of your collarbone here, and then the outer edge of your collarbone, just where it connects to the shoulder. And I want you to come to the midpoint with your 2 fingers and then drop down. And you'll feel like you're coming into like a little hollow in the midpoint of your collarbone, just dropping off the bone. You'll feel like a little dip. And I want you to do that on both sides. Allow yourself just to cross your arms over. It's actually just where your fingertips naturally will meet. Just allow them to sink into that hollow underneath the midpoint of your collarbones. And you can close your eyes. This is lung point 2, known as middle palace. And I want you to very gently apply a light circular motion to this point. This is safe to do in pregnancy. And this allows us to create space to feel any sadness or grief that we may hold. And then from there, transform that into inspiration. allowing ourselves to be inspired, to walk our path, to walk our destiny, to move towards that it is we're supposed to. That's meant for us. So while you're doing this, I want you to really allow your exhale to lengthen. Let all the air leave your body on the out breath. Notice if there's any resistance to the final piece of your exhale. I take in what I need and I release what I don't need. And then just release the fingertips, but stay in that kind of self-hug. That kind of embrace as you allow yourself to really exhale fully. All the way out. And we're going to take our final breath here. And just notice what comes up. What's in the way of really letting your breath go if something's in the way? Is it fear? Is it resistance? Does it feel unknown? And does this feel like unfamiliar territory to really let your exhale release fully? And then gently coming back, gently opening your eyes, coming back to the room, back to the present moment, back into the here and now. Okay, so now we're going to move into our 3 yin poses. So I invite you to get your bolster and your block. For this one, I'm going to invite you to do a lion twist. So yeah, see how it feels for you in your pregnant body. And if you need props, if you need to incline a little bit, maybe on a bolster behind your back. I'm going to do it flat on the floor. With my knees twisted off to one side, and I'm going to have the bolster underneath my knees. You may wish to have a bolster underneath your back or a few pillows to bring you up into an incline. See how it feels for you. I'm also going to use a block to support my back. So I invite you to lie on your back and then bring your knees up and let them drop to your left hand side, and bring your arms wide onto the mat, so out nice and wide at shoulder height, palm facing up towards the ceiling. So yeah, knees up and over to the left. I'm placing my block underneath my hip just to give me some nice support. That feels really good. Arms out wide, and you're turning to look over your right shoulder. Allowing yourself to close your eyes here. And this twisting sensation, this twisting motion. Twisting away from old rules, twisting away from perfectionism. Almost like wringing out a cloth. letting go of the past, wringing out the old you, the survival, anything that's not who you truly are. And I really want you to connect to your breath here. Allowing your exhale to release fully. Letting your heart open wide. Letting the past fall away. We don't want this to be uncomfortable, just simply a gentle challenge. Notice how it feels in your body. Any sensations, any tension, any tightness. Any areas of ease or spaciousness. And then taking a final 2 breaths here. And then really gently opening your eyes, coming onto your left side. And making your way back up to switch sides. So we're now going to go onto your right side, or bend the knees to your right side. So off you go. You can move your bolster across to the right. And keep your block where it is. Taking it over towards your left. And yeah, if you want, you can have a pillow or something to incline you behind. See how it feels for you in your body. And then coming back down to the mat, take your knees to the right this time. And I'm going to place my block in under my left hip or buttock. Arms out nice and wide, facing up to the ceiling, and turning now to look over your left shoulder. Closing your eyes, going inwards. Letting go of any tension. Letting go of control. And coming to be with exactly what is here right now in this moment. Tuning into your baby now. Anything that you're attached to, anything that's here, any gripping or tension or fear, any sadness that feels like it's too much to bear. Let that be here, and then opening up the communication, the vessel of communication to your baby. You're always connected with. And we just simply need to create this time and space to be present to that connection. Allowing yourself to simply rest in the stillness. Yeah, lovely. Really well done. Taking a final 2 breaths here. And then very gently coming up through your side, back into a seated position just for a moment. And then bringing our bolster into the middle of our mat to come into our final yin pose, which is child's pose. So positioning the bolster just above baby, taking the knees wide, feet together, sitting back towards our heels, and then just hug the bolster into where feels good, just on top of your bump, but not compressing your bump, just meeting the top part. And then resting down, and just allow your palms to face upwards, turning your head to whichever side feels good, and then close your eyes once more. Allowing yourself to rest in stillness. Let meaning or the answers or the guidance arise slowly. Connecting to any smells, any sounds, and any feelings that are rising for you in this moment, any emotions that maybe you weren't aware of. Allowing anything that rises to be here without judgment. Creating space to meet it with compassion, with tenderness, with love. Allowing ourselves to really feel. Feeling is the healing. We're going to hold here for 2 more breaths. And then release the last breath all the way out. And then coming back to all fours, we're going to take the bolster off to the side now. And we're going to move into the mobility part of today's practice.